Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Strike Force today here on Wednesday evening, late afternoon for me. Guess it depends on when this goes out. I wanted to get this second video in because it's really, really important. And tomorrow I will be doing my Should You Core Havoc video. So this is really the best time to do it. We have a few things to talk about, namely that we have a Null and Battle World returning next week. There's a bunch of new data mines that came out again today. There's data mines like every other day, it seems, here to talk about. But there was one really, really interesting thing in there as well that I want to talk about too. And that's what I believe to be potentially a new progression system coming to Marvel Strike Force. And that is beyond level 105 and gear tier 20. I have heard some rumors about this, but there is an actual name associated with this now. Now, of course, we were supposed to have gotten moments with Battle World. That never happened. So maybe this is the next thing. Maybe this is, I doubt this is the name of the new game mode, but, we're going to talk about it here in today's video. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. Now, before we go further, I do want to mention, because I forgot, that there are some gift codes here that came out today, some promo codes for you guys to put in if you want some free stuff. Strike Force 7. It's right here on the screen. Strike Force 7. And you're going to get yourself 150 power cores, and I believe that's 10 training orbs. For those of you who are still needing that. There's also, you might have missed this, on the web store, there is a free claim here as well for 25 T4s. The rest isn't free, right? They've been doing this a little bit with the anniversary stuff. You get the first offer free, which is just a little bit of stuff, and then after that you have to pay. So just wanted to kind of point that out for you guys before we get started into the data mines. We're going to start there. So let's just jump on in. Let's zoom in. In here, yeah, this is the right spot. Okay, so we're gonna start at the top, right? So coming soon, we talked about all this other stuff actually in the video earlier today. Talked about the Professor Xavier and the recommendations and Vigilante and whatnot. Coming soon, a legend is born. Earn X coins and Patriot shards. So it does seem that this event is going to be running in tandem with next week's event. I'm pretty sure, because that's normally how we've been seeing it in the data mines. Because when I got word for Hero's Journey, that was related to this week. So I think Legend is Born is going to be like, the one we have this week, but it's going to be for next week's event alongside that one. Legend is Born, celebrate the release of Gear Tier 20 with X Coins. X Coins can be exchanged for Gear Tier 20 gear. Gain progress in this event by earning 1 Legend Orb Fragment, opening the limited X Coin, using Lysandra. I mean, that was clearly a chat GPT bug, because down below they actually correct it as Lalandra in Cosmic Crucible, and clearing waves in Battle World. Earn fantastic rewards, including X Coins, Patriot Shards, and Commander XP. So it is what seems to be the Patriot unlock method. That's what it looks like anyways. And spending campaign energy to earn Legend Orb Fragments. So if you haven't been hoarding your campaign energy, make sure you're doing that now, because, if we're getting X Coins in the milestones, getting as much as you possibly can for Gear Tier 20 is going to be really, really important. So you have... If you watch this video today, that gives you 5 days to hoard campaign energy, which is a pretty big leg up, I would say, in terms, unless it's point capped. We'll find out on Friday, I suppose. But by and large, this should help you get a little bit further in this event. My apologies, I had something in my throat. Legend Orb. This is all up here, right? We talked about this in the previous video. It's all the same there. They're just reiterating that. So I guess that was a preemptive of this stuff down here. Points, clearing waves in Battle World. So again, it shouldn't be that difficult, right? Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be changing anything. There's no details around that. Maybe it's going to be in the Friday blog post. I don't know if there's going to be any changes from last time Battle World was out. I'm assuming not. They said that maybe they would bring back in... Crap, what's that mode called? The where you put the characters in. I can't even remember, but the one that everyone hates, right? That wasn't just the missions. Spec Ops, there we go. I don't think that's coming back, but we'll see. Use the Laundry in Cosmic Crucible, open up an X Coin orb, and then earn the orb fragments. And then we have the 7th time is the Charm. That is the 3rd anniversary event where you are going to get Oath's costume. Oath's 7th anniversary costume, some shards for her, stuff like that, right? And that's just the same easy shit that we've been doing. Play battles with global characters, play Blitz with Shield Medica 7 yellow. And then this has actually gone in today, so I just noticed that, and some of my Alliance members shared with me the limited time Crucible rewards. So Howard the Duck is actually in Crucible. The Path to Howard orbs are in the Cosmic Crucible rewards, I think for this week, maybe. So maybe this mail is supposed to go out pretty soon, because Cosmic Crucible starts on Friday, right? So the anniversary orb is going away from Cosmic Crucible, but they're putting in Path to Howard orbs, and then next week they're going to be adding in Path to Havoc orbs, and then they're just making a reminder that those Fortune orbs that you've been seeing in the war, in Alliance War, that's going away pretty soon. That's unfortunate, because that was a lot of good extra gold and training modules that we were getting for free for playing Alliance War, and now I'm going to be going back to not really caring that much about Alliance War. I kind of was already there, but yeah, they really don't have a lot of incentive for Alliance War, because I just really don't feel it's very good and worth your time. I mean, you can just go 50-50 on the win and loss ratios, and it really makes not much of a difference. So those are the data mines there for those upcoming things. Now, what else is happening in the game? Now, I mentioned, sorry, that there's going to be something related to a progression system, right? And I want to talk about that, because I'm just going to show you here, I guess, on my files, right? And so these are these are my files that I normally pick out for data mines. And here you can see that there's one. This is a JSON file, by the way. If it's a Word document, it's a JSON file. If it's a spreadsheet file, it's a text-based file. So this is yeah, my folder where I keep all my data mine shit. And this one here was called Hero Overpower. Now, if you open it, there's actually nothing in there. It's a pretty much a blank file. So I'll just show you over here. Like, it's a blank file, which is pretty weird, because normally that's not the case, which means it's a placeholder file for something that they're going to add in later. And I can show you, like, my file manager. This is where I kind of dig out some of these files for the data mines. And essentially, in this section down here, now it was within this heroes folder where I found it, in the hero overpower. And this was updated today at 2:30, or maybe I just didn't log in early enough to get it updated. But anyways, what also is in here is a lot of stuff related to characters. The heroes folder is specific to your character. So a lot of the files in here, we got hero skins, hero progression, which is related to XP, things like that. There's like red star conversion shit in here, ability level ups, there's gear, all sorts of other files that are not necessarily that relevant, but this is all related to your roster and your characters, right? And what was in here before, I believe there used to be a moments file, actually a JSON file, that was also in the same folder. So I think that the fact that it's in here with other progression related stuff, we have gear tier, we have gear library, abilities, that kind of stuff, stats, and so I think that honestly, this is a good indication that this is something that's really important. Now, because it's in here and it's called Hero Overpower, I have P.S. This hero conversion, some people might be wondering anyways. Hero conversion was related to red stars, and how when you pull the red star orb, a duplicate, it would convert into the elite orb fragments, that kind of stuff. So the fact that Hero Overpower is in here, I think, like, maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but there's a lot of good indicators in here to suggest that this is it's definitely something new, but that is probably something related to a progression or progression system that will be coming to Marvel Strike Force to your characters, a way to increase beyond what we have. And I've been thinking about this for some time, honestly, because, we were at the point where, we've had 3 diamond for quite a while. Honestly, I thought that they were going to bring out, like, where's the 5 diamond? Like, I guess at this point, I talked about this, I think maybe a week or two ago, when they were basically chucking out not shards, when they were chucking out diamonds for new characters, right? And I guess this doesn't matter. And someone made a point in one of my videos that, like, who cares if they're giving away a 3 diamond, because that's not the bottleneck. The bottleneck is the shards, right? To get to 7 yellow. And that is true. But when they become farmable and things like that, like, if you already have a 3 diamond, there's that makes silver diamonds obsolete. Like, I got lucky, I guess, and I pulled a 3 diamond Howard out of his Howard diamond orb. I think I got 2 or 3 of them, right? And I just got really lucky. It was guaranteed diamonds, but I got a 3 diamond out of that. And so when he does eventually become farmable, boom, he's maxed out, right? There's nothing left, besides G20 and whatnot. But this kind of shows that they need like another system outside of the gear tier, right? There was always this kind of like red star diamonds. This was a secondary sort of progression system, and I think whatever this hero overpower is going to be that next step. Somewhere between purple ISO 5, unless that's what they're calling it, unless purple ISO 5 is called overpower and that's what they're doing or something, I don't know. But there has to be a secondary sort of progression system that we don't have yet, and by and large the most of us that are keeping up with the game, right, we're done on purple ISO 3. We're done on diamonds for the most part. I'm sitting around with the crap ton of diamonds that I can use on characters if I want to, but doesn't even seem we need to because we're getting them for free through a variety of free to play methods. So they got to bring out something new. And I think that's exactly what this is going to be. I don't have any direct details about that. I've heard some rumors about a new progression system coming, and I think this lines up with what I've been hearing. And so when this is going to happen, I don't know, but I guess the month of March would probably be the best time to reveal that information, right? The anniversary month, they still got time. They revealed some news about Xavier. The Xavier kit was released by the Envoys earlier today, and a lot of what was included in the kit for Xavier, go check out your favorite Envoy for that one. A lot of what was in there was already stuff that I had mentioned in one of my previous videos as well. So I'm probably not going to do a video on that, and it's also just super, super long, and so I don't want to sit there talking about it for 20 minutes. But I thought this was kind of interesting to bring to your guys' attention, and I would be curious to know what your guys' thoughts are on that. I think that we're due for another progression system. And a Gear Tour 20 is going to be like a slow grind, anyways. And save your campaign energy, right? Because we're going to need that for next week's event. So if you haven't been stocking up on that, make sure you do, because it's Wednesday and you got 5 days until Monday to keep hoarding that for next week. So make sure that you're keeping up to date with all things Marvel Strike Force here on the Boilon channel, because you're going to get to know everything as early as possible. And that's going to be the end of this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.